Okay, everyone, we're back once again. Sitting in our sumptuous living room surrounded by art, literature, music, beauty. And my name is Lance Ash, and with me is Bonnie Ash, my wife.
Hello.
And we're going to record another brief conversation, discussion, exchange of ideas.
Nothing but worry.
That's right. Name of the show is Nothing But Worry. And why is it called that, Bonnie?
Because we have nothing but worry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's start off with a little catch up. Finished my second week back in Athens, and I feel really good, really relieved. I have an extra 3 hours every day to do what I want, and that's including the weekends. I have, more time on the weekends too. So, why don't you tell them what we did today?
I'm trying to blank. What did we do today? We went out.
Yeah, we went out.
What did we do? We went to one of the little libraries to see their book sale, which was a big nothing.
Yeah.
We went someplace else that had books.
We went to the
New Oconee Library. I got 2 cookbooks, focus on vegan and vegetarian, because apparently now I'm vegan. I'm allergic to milk.
You can still eat eggs, though.
I can eat eggs, yeah, that's true. But I've got to focus more on vegan cooking than just our regular vegetarian. And realizing that the milk was part of my major inflammation problems.
Well, do you want to tell them what the diagnosis was?
Oh, where do we begin? I've got heart problems, and I've got Hashimoto's disease, and
Is it a disease or a syndrome?
you're a syndrome, dear. It's Hashimoto's disease. Anyway, just trying to keep my thyroid in check, trying to avoid certain triggers, trying to adjust my diet so I have less inflammation, which includes, apparently now, I can't handle milk at all. Anyway, so I'm on glucosamine chondroitin.
Do you remember
old people vitamins and stuff.
Do you remember The Simpsons when Miss Hoover was out for like a week or two and she comes back and she says, "My illness was psychosomatic." What does that mean? It means she was faking. No, it means she was crazy. Well, children, it's a little of both.
That's the way I feel right now. It's just, it's been up and down since June of last year when my heart went out of whack, and then the November surgery, and then the hospitalization after it because the heart didn't get fixed, and it's just been coming up on a year come June. Jesus Christ.
Well, Bonnie and I made a decision today. One of the libraries we went to, I picked up used copies of Gone with the Wind, Oklahoma, Carousel, and Mystic Pizza, which is something I've wanted to see for a long time because it's a touchstone of my generation, apparently. Anyway.
Neither of us have seen it.
Yeah. And anyway, so prompted by getting the DVDs, I thought, maybe it's about time we got a TV. So we're planning on getting a TV tomorrow and finding a place to put it.
Well, we've now found a place to put it, which is why we haven't gotten one before now, because I have been shopping for one for about 8 or 9 months now, since getting sick. And so I know that we wanted a smart TV, so we're just going to get a very basic Roku TV for like $150 or less. And, it's going to suit our needs. We'll be able to watch miscellaneous on it, and then we're going to hook up a cheap-ass DVD player to it and watch movies every once in a while.
Yeah, because the kind of movies that I would want to watch are like old MGM musicals or, classics, stuff like that.
My husband is gay.
I have no interest in modern-day movies. It's just, I just don't give a shit. because they're all so horribly formulaic. Anyway, so, and plus this will help out in the mornings, because when I get home, the usual routine is I get home in the mornings and I eat breakfast with Bonnie in front of the computer in the kitchen, and we watch, like, snippets from the late night shows, and I prop my feet up on the metal wastebasket, and that's how comfortable I get. So this will help out.
Now, mind you, we're going to have to skip through commercials because I can't bypass the ads on this thing.
Yeah, well, my method is you start the video and you immediately back up and immediately go forward, and the commercial is skipped.
Well, this is Roku TV, so it's going to be different. We'll have to. I don't know that we can bypass it with ad blockers and stuff.
We'll see.
Yep, we'll see. We'll cheat if we can.
I'll tell you another movie I've never seen. Is St. Elmo's Fire.
I have seen it. Do not see it.
I've seen the very last, 10 seconds where Rob Lowe is playing the saxophone as sort of like a mournful send-off to his generation entering adulthood. And
Dear God, we all have to grow up.
it's really sad. And the saddest thing about
Growing up?
well, no, the saddest thing about leaving your late teens and your early 20s is that you feel like you missed out. You didn't
Fuck enough. Travel enough. Fuck enough.
Well, in my case, that's
Dance enough. Wait a minute, you didn't dance.
well, but it's part of that, but it's also partly that you didn't participate in the grand movements of your generation, and
Oh, please.
I really feel like that. I really feel like I was never part of the crowd. I was never part of the movement. I never felt the zeitgeist. Like, for instance, when I was 20, it was 1990, and grunge came out, and I was too busy working at McDonald's, and just, I don't know, just in my own little world.
Yeah, you never hopped on a plane and just took off, did you? You never just got in the car and drove.
Oh, I did hop in the car.
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was just all about getting drunk and having sex. It was never about.
Isn't that what the 20s are about?
Yeah, but it was never profligate sex. It was just, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe some.
So drunk, I don't remember half of it.
Jesus, that's bad.
Yeah.
I did all kinds of things that our kids never even tried,
Mm-hmm.
It's just... Our kids were such brutes compared to us.
Well, like my mother said, we kept them very close under our wing, We were so protective of them. And
I thought you were going to say, your mom said, don't tell them all the trouble you got in.
yeah, my mother was like, well, don't ever tell them about all the bad things you did. Don't tell them about you shoplifting or drinking or doing drugs. Why? Well, because they'll want to do it too.
Actually, we
no.
told them. They didn't want to do anything.
So stupid.
Oh, your mother's never had a life.
No.
She's just milk toast.
Yeah.
She lives up to her name, Plain Jane.
She lived in fear her whole life, really.
Yeah. Refusing to even enjoy natural things.
Bonnie said, knowingly. Did you mean anal by that?
You're wicked.
Oh, Lord. I guess she and her boyfriend never see each other anymore.
He lives in the nursing home across the street. They don't see each other. I know they were on lockdown a couple weeks ago because they had a COVID problems, people bringing in COVID, and all those people are so compromised over there. And I mean, it's freaking April 2024, and we're still dealing with COVID measures. Reed has periods where they have to do, little everybody wear your mask, and she said that last month they closed the hospital to new patients. They had to send people to other hospitals because they got so full, but you don't see anything on the news about it anymore. But yeah, she talks to him every day or every other day on the phone. She said he's still lucid, unlike her. She knows she's got dementia. She knows she's got mental problems. They've been together for 12 years now.
Well, I called her normally I call her around 7:30, approximately every Friday evening, but that's really not working out with my schedule anymore. So a couple of days ago, I called her around noon, and she was much more lucid than
Yeah.
I've heard her before.
Yeah, she goes through sundowning like most people with the problems that she has. You went through sundowning when you were post-op from your big surgery.
About a month ago, coming home, I was listening to NPR, and they were talking about new research has shown that sleep is even more important than we have suspected in the past. And now that I'm on this new schedule, I'm getting like about 9 hours of sleep every day, and
Easy sleep, not troubled sleep. You're sleeping better.
so I don't know. Maybe it's contributing to my feeling better about everything and less worried. So, like I said a couple episodes back, Bonnie's introduced me to Pinterest, and just about every day I go through Pinterest and just look at pictures that interest me, and I've been looking at a lot of what you would say minor artists, and I've often said I embrace minor artists, and but I was looking at these guys, these people, and their work, and a lot of it is just basic, simple themes that they repeat over and over with slight variations. And I've wanted to do that in the past, but now I really feel like,
You're free to do it.
yeah, I go through phases where painting is just a struggle for me. And I'm trying to get to a point where I just feel a little more carefree about it and just attack the painting and, do the refinements at the very end. Don't worry about trying to. Anyway, so. And plus, my drawing work for my online magazine, I feel, is much better than before. Or lately, it's much better than it has been because I'm not worried about storyline anymore. I'm not worried about narrative. I'm not worried about the recurring characters either. I'm just doing stuff. We're timing out. All right, we're back after a brief break.
Medicine break.
All right. Well, anything else going on?
I think comes to the top of my head. I'm sick and tired of politics.
I am too, because nothing's going to happen to Trump.
Yeah.
And also that my $50 prediction is that Biden will win the popular vote, but Trump will eke out an electoral college vote because of mudflap goobers out in Nebraska somewhere. And
Fear-mongering, hatred, and all the other things that he does so well.
the Christians have been so brainwashed into equating the Democratic Party with Satan himself that it doesn't matter how bad the Republican candidate is. They cannot bring themselves to vote for a Democrat. That's just the way it is. And there's really no hope for this country. So,
I think I'll be accessing the new bar more.
the new bar. Oh yeah, Bonnie moved her liquor display
Stash.
over in the corner over there.
We had this horrible cactus that I brought into the house. We immediately named it Murder Cactus because I thought Lance was going to murder me for bringing this giant cactus in the house, and then he Googled how to murder a cactus. So it became a murder cactus, and we finally just said enough. The thing had toppled over several times. And we destroyed it last weekend, cleared it out of the house completely, and I had an empty space. And I found a new side table and put the old side table over where the murder cactus was and said, hey, what am I going to do with this? And I thought, bar. We're going to put a bar over here in the dining room.
Including the pot that the cactus was sitting in, this thing was probably 6'4".
It was insane. Yeah, it was really tall. It had flourished here in that sunny window. That's another thing. The sunny window is no longer sunny. We went to Lowe's last weekend, and for 30 minutes, it took us at least 30 minutes to find this one piece of insulation foam, 4 feet by 8 feet.
Insulation board, yeah.
Board, yeah. And so we brought it home, and we cut it into 2 pieces, and we blocked off the dining room windows.
Something I thought would never happen. I've wanted to do that for years.
It's a bright, sunny space, and it heats up the house like a furnace during the summers. And it does very little, actually, in the winter because of the hill and the way the sun comes down in the winter. But in the summertime, you can't sit in the dining area at that end because it's so hot. And I've had blackout curtains there and such, but it's never been enough. So we put insulation board behind the plantation shutters that we have in the window. And hopefully tomorrow we can pick up some liner so we can minimize some of the effect of the silver that's still showing through. And it's already a world of difference over there. You can feel the difference. I could feel the difference as I was installing the board last week, because the 4 feet went down to a certain point, and then I had to custom cut the rest of it. And that part at the bottom, it was not only blinding me, but the heat was so intense, I had a fan going while I was doing it.
Yeah, it's the same type of insulation board that I put in the window of my playroom studio. And
Peter's den on the backside too.
yeah, because I had to use the windows for more storage space, I installed shelves in the window, and I didn't want the sun heating up pencils and pens and crayons and pastels and getting them all mushy and dry. And
our back part of the house looks out onto a hill, and the sun comes down, and about a certain number of hours, finally it goes beyond the hill. But before then, it's just this glaring westerly angle coming right into the house, and it's horrible. It gets so hot on that side of the house.
yeah. Oh, and another thing, the place where we're going to put the TV is further away from Peter's bedroom, so we'll be able to watch stuff later at night and without worrying so much about waking him up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you and I really do have a late night schedule now, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been staying up really late.
It is such a relief not to have to drive over an hour to get to work and over an hour to get home. It's unbelievable.
You were an hour and a half each way to get up there, and you would get up there 10, 15 minutes before. And then there were times that you would just barely make it because of the damn traffic. I remember us going up there one time. Some damn fool was on the bridge threatening to jump off.
Oh, God,
and I
yeah.
am riding the side of the damn road in the dirt trying to get him to work on time because some jackass...
They had blocked off traffic because this guy was on the bridge threatening to jump off.
I'm going to kill myself. Then do it and get it over with. Stop doing this little plea for attention. Fucking get it over with.
Speaking of which, if you're interested... Rammstein has a song about a guy on a bridge threatening. Yeah, Spring is the name of the song.
Translates jump.
Yeah.
The whole crowd's yelling jump, jump, jump. I think we were doing the same thing.
But this guy was only maybe 25 feet in the air. He probably would have broken his legs. That's about it. just want to say one more thing before we left.
Well, you know,
well.
there was that one night that Gina was driving your dad somewhere, or Gina was driving somewhere on the same stretch, and some guy just walked out in traffic, so way to kill himself. She said it was a couple of cars in front of him, and she was horrified.
Oh, I thought she hit him.
No, she didn't. It was a couple cars ahead. She was lucky. But he just walked right into traffic. It's like, Jesus. What?
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
Me neither.
Oh, Lord. I think that's about it then. We're at the 20-minute mark, which is our average stopping time. All right, so is that it?
That's it. We're good.
Okay.